if you're a Libra, born September 23rd to October 22nd, what can you expect for the month of November 2018? Let's tune in and find out. So it really feels like it hasn't been fun for a bit here, Libras. And I feel your pain, right? I feel like there's been just these series of unexpected sort of events, and it feels like I'm a little bit like in a tin can. But the good news is I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and everything is bright and shiny, and grass growing underneath your feet. So whatever this kind of weird energy is, I definitely feel like it's passing. And I feel like November, you can plant new seeds and get things done. And it's just about self-care and staying focused and just being happy, choosing happiness. And that's really going to help to open your vision and open your eyes and to really appreciate what's there so you can get things done and be able to receive more downloads about what it is you want. So November definitely feels like it's an uptick from October. I feel more excited about it. I feel a little more relaxed about it, and it definitely feels less intense. Okay, so that's interesting to say with Scorpio. We have the new moon in Scorpio November 7th. And that may awaken a sense of purpose in you. Just really like, what is it that I need to do? Where am I going? And really become a little more purposeful with your life and the direction that you're headed and getting things done. And not being sidetracked anymore about, things that are shiny and, kind of tinsely, I see it's more focus, more work, get done, and just no bullshit. And a lot of that is the Scorpio energy, just really direct. So I see you just being able to get a lot of things done in November and being more direct. Okay, let's focus on love. For those of you that are in a romantic relationship, let's start with you and see what's in store for you for November. Well, I feel like there's, maybe a couple times this month where you're going to have some getaway time with your partner. It definitely feels like there's less pressure on your back. I do feel like your partner is going to take some of that pressure off of you. I feel like some of the things that maybe you were worried about, those starts to get checked off in terms of your relationship, so things just go better at relationship. It feels like there's a little bit of work that's, energy that's tied into your relationship that takes you away, and I feel like that's erased, so you actually have more time together and more happiness. So I feel like you're kind of coming out of this, clouds over your head, kind of panic together, and really coming into more of like relaxing and enjoying each other's company in November. Okay, how about those of you that are single? Let's look and see what's in store for you, Libras, for November. So lots of opportunities for you to be noticed. It feels like there's travel this month. It feels like there's opportunity to meet new people. Feel very much included. So people wanting to include you in their things, include you in their invites. So it definitely feels more social to me. I'm not seeing so much one partner as several possibilities. Like, oh, and you, and you, and you. It seems a little bit more like that, which I would just say enjoy and resist the idea of trying to make somebody the one. The reason being is because we do have Mercury goes retrograde the same day that Venus goes direct. So Venus goes direct November 16th, which is the planet of love and money and fun. And Mercury, which is the planet of action and communication and electronics, goes retrograde November 16th through December 6th. And that's where we have those problems with communication and problems with electronics and, delays. There's all sorts of unforeseen events. So it's really a time to kind of like hunker down and redo things and enjoy yourself. So if you're with having different, partners and having fun, that's great, but you don't get to see, you're not, it's kind of like a fog, right? Where you don't see everything, and then the fog lifts when Mercury goes direct. And then you go, oh, wait, I was dating you? Who are you? It's kind of that energy. So that's why if you're just having a good time and it's just an of-the-moment relationship, which means just you're not banking on a future here. You just have today. It'll allow you to really see when the clouds clear and the dust settles. Oh, that's who you are. Now I can decide if I want to date you or not. So you get kind of all this additional information in middle of December that's really going to let you know the type of person that you're with and the history and the details. And it's easier then to say, it's not quite what I wanted. Or, you know what, I can handle that, right? But if you dive in early, and that makes it much more difficult and harder when you get that additional information about them that's kind of being withheld by retrogrades. So just know that if you just enjoy yourself, just have fun, don't put too much pressure on yourself to kind of just have one person, but just enjoy yourself and see kind of what's going on and taking your time with it. Then in December, you'll actually have a good opportunity to be able to choose and choose appropriately. Okay, let's look at career and money for Libra. Well, I feel like there's a hole in your pocket, like money has just burned a hole in your pocket. And I just see all these unexpected events that have just recently happened. In October, anything from car accidents to broken bones to financial problems to not just you, but your family. When you're being asked to bail out or things just not going as planned, projects running over and expenses, people not, other people having problems who took on your, that you've hired and now they can't do it, so you have to bring somebody else in. All these different kind of scenarios and nuances that have just cost you more money. Now, so what's November mean? I see just being a little more cautious around money, being a little more sensitive around money, how much you have, how much you can spend, where it's going, and how to make more. So I see a kind of like a healthy revision happening with you and money and being able to bring money in. I also feel like there can be other people's money where people are wanting to, give you loans, people's money where they may buy your house or they might buy your car, right? So there's other ways in which you may sell some your things for profit that could happen. And a good time to do that would be after November 16th, right? When Mercury is retrograde, that would be a good time to sell things just because you could get you could potentially get a higher price for it than you would before that. Okay, so anything else about career or money? You're also just being asked to have patience with it. And some of you, your career may be sick, right? Where you need to stop and go, wait a second. Is this working like this anymore? I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been doing this for 5 years. Is it still working? So you may want to look at areas of your business that are sick, that need support, that need to be revamped, that you need to kill off and start over. So there is kind of like looking at the career and making decisions about what works for you and what is healthy. So I do feel November is a lot of revamping and recreating and deciding what you want to move forward with. Now, as far as your health goes, let's look at your health for Libras. For some of you, I have some ache in the kidneys. You could have a slight infection, or you could have just this kind of tired energy. Also feel like it may be just old, pissed off energy, angry at yourself at an emotional level for not following through and not doing things, or making some decisions in the past that you don't agree with today that made today harder. So letting go of those emotions and really stepping into feeling good about you is really important. And I think that November gives you I feel this resurgence of happiness and being able to self-care and self-love and self-direct. So, and letting go is a big part of that. So I feel like the lessons that you're getting is all around letting go, trusting, not beating yourself up. And then in the letting go, the new comes in. And then that's refreshing and exhilarating, and that's where the joy is coming in at. Okay, so let's see if there's anything unexpected for Libras for the month. Yeah, I do feel like there may be some unexpected invites, and it may be fast, and it might be that first week around that new moon in November. There could be something new right away, that 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, where an invite comes in for the end of the month for work. Work kind of feels like a work-play combination. Somebody may pay you to go someplace to work. It feels like it's, not too far away. It feels like it could be a state away or something like that. But just an opportunity for you to, pick up and go, which you should. So I feel like these opportunities, like quick, short travel. So there might be a lot of quick, short travel. Now keep in mind with Mercury retrograde that we have delays a lot of times during that time. So you want to give yourself plenty of time. You don't want to rush. You want to take care of yourself. Slowing down also with the money, making sure that everything's all buttoned up in terms of the expectation. Because if you kind of take the eye off the ball, I see the money going away. So if you need to make money, keep your eye on money and what you need to do, and it'll come in. I see if you kind of anticipate or think it's happening, you look away, it falls apart. So it's requiring your attention and your focus to make money this month. It's not always like that. Sometimes money just comes in, it just rolls in. This is one of those months where I feel like if I want it, I have to give it a little attention and then it will grow. So I absolutely feel like you can make more money. You just have to give it some more attention. All right, so let's see if there's anything else for Libras. No, just really enjoy the holiday. I feel like it may be a smaller holiday for some of you, but it feels big and happy nonetheless. So letting go of any, I guess, preconceived notions about it, because it does feel like it's one of those spontaneous weekends where spontaneous things come and people call you up and suddenly you're here having a great time and you weren't expecting that at all. So it feels like a really nice spontaneous holiday with friends and family and loved ones, that long weekend. So enjoy it. All right, Libras, have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. If you like my intuitive astrology, please click like, share it with your friends, comment below, and I look forward to seeing you again next month.